All right, guys, I'm going back to the house that I thought was to be my final and permanent house. I built it as what I would call the ultimate builder's house. I loaded it up full of extras. I was going to stay here forever. Forever, I guess, to me was 7 years. So I'm coming back to make sure everything has been done. We painted the garage, did touch-ups. I got a guy working on just little things to make the house perfect because I'm putting it on the market, which is a little sad. So I'll take you guys through the house, show you what it looks like now that it's empty. Are you guys looking for some ways to have some fun without leaving your house? DraftKings Casino is the #1 online casino app. With over 300 real money games, I'm partnering with DraftKings on this video to let you guys know about an awesome deal that they have going on right now. All new customers that sign up using the promo code BUILDER with a $5 minimum deposit, you will get matched dollar for dollar up to $100 in casino credits. So that's right, DraftKings is matching dollar for dollar all monies up to $100 in casino credits for all new customers using the promo code BUILDER. With over 175 slot games to choose from, including your favorites and an assortment of DraftKings exclusives. If DraftKings Casino is not available in your state, check out DraftKings Daily Fantasy app, where you can win cash prizes all season long. Most importantly, DraftKings is safe, secure, and very reliable. Head to the DraftKings Casino app right now and use the promo code BUILDER. I must admit, it's kind of strange pulling up to your house and I have a for sale sign in it, but it's a good move. I'm excited to go out to the country. Once you've had a home, there's a lot of memories. And so I'm gonna go back in and take you guys through one more time, show you what I had built, my dream house, which is now out into the country. So somebody's gonna get a fantastic ultimate builder's house. You just gotta find the right buyer. All right, guys, come on in. Let me show you what we're in for. So what I tried to do is I really was trying to downsize, and then I'm not very good at that. So I kept adding space. So this is about 2,600 square foot on one floor, and there is no lower level because I'm on a slab on grade because we're on a lake. We have a very high water table. So the main floor is where we do all of our living space, and I do have a couple bedrooms up. So let me show you what I tried to do. As you come in, notice I have all these 8-foot tall doors. These are all solid wood. These have some frosted glass because that is the powder bath for the guests and everybody on the main floor, but there's no windows, so that allows light to come through. But this room I did with these big glass doors is what I call a Four Seasons room. I also like to call it like a beach club because when you close those doors, you have up here on the ceiling is what we call a mini split. This room has its own heating and cooling because when you close those doors on a hot summer day, you can open up this nano wall. We put this at Flares. We put these in a lot of people's homes if they're willing to spend the money. These are made in Germany, and what's nice about them is that they're extremely efficient. So you open up this whole room, you come out to this oversized deck, and then you have these expansive views. So in Nebraska, it's hard to find trees and water. We're usually cornfields out here. So we've got both at this place. Unbelievable lake views. These are cottonwood trees. We're looking to the west, so we get tremendous sunsets. But typically on a lake, you don't want to back up to the west because all that sun is hitting your windows. And when you have the sun hitting all these big windows, that means you got to start closing them up. But the trees block the sun. So that's why I was not afraid to build on this lot. So I also added another, what we call a nano wall on this side. And what's kind of cool is you open all this up. Now this room almost doubles in size. And I'm going to reach over here. Put these at Flair's house too. These are called phantom screens. They retract up like a garage door. What's great about these is that you can stop them at any location. You can independently raise and lower them. But right now I can see the neighbor, but if you're on the other side, the screen is set up such that they cannot see me. So it's a nice protection for wind, also for privacy. Let's say it's evening time and we got worried about bugs. you can close this one, and then over here, you can close this one as well. So this one slides all the way across. You close this, you close that. Now this room has pretty much doubled in size, and you have this huge indoor-outdoor screened-in living space. And living on a lake or a swimming pool, I think that is a must. With these Four Seasons rooms, I have a real wood-burning fireplace, but what's confusing is even though there's gas logs, but there's a chimney is set up such that if I wanted to pull those logs out, I can put in real wood. And so a real wood-burning fireplace, you eliminate the glass. Those are called direct vents, where you can never put wood in them. It's always just it's a very efficient fireplace. So direct vent is one, and then a real wood burning is a little bit more money, but I like the idea that the fireplace is open. So this is that Four Seasons. You get the winter time, fall, it's a cool day. But when you're living on a lake, what I'm finding out, what people want, three things: shade, they want to find a bathroom, and then they also would like to have something to drink. So we got refrigeration right here. We got the full walk-up bar, and a key thing are these ice makers. You really need an ice maker on a lake because you're always icing down coolers, making drinks. That there is worth its weight in gold. And remember the bathroom part? There's two doors to this powder bathroom. So we have this door and this door. But the way I've set this up, there's a little wall right here, so you never see a toilet. That is key with my houses. The last thing, when you come into any bathroom in any of my homes, that the toilet is always out of the way. It's never the focal point. So that's something to sit on, but it's nothing to be exposed to. It's not a throne, okay? Even though they call it one. When I talk to you guys about houses, there's really three key things. You have the curb appeal when you drive up to the house. So lake living, you have two. You have a lake side that's got to be attractive, and then you have a street side. So when you're building a lake home, you got to think about two exteriors versus just a standard residential. You also want a nice master bedroom, and then you have to have a functional kitchen. So you have to have those three things, and then everything else becomes a bonus. But you could have a fantastic house and a lousy kitchen. The kitchen is the backbone. If you don't have a functioning, nice kitchen, you really don't have anything. So we focused a lot on high-end appliances. This is a 36-inch tall countertop. Sometimes you'll see the next countertop off for bar stools is at 42 inches. We used to do that in the past, but now we're finding people like to use one level, and then you can make this like a buffet. It's easy to sit around. It almost doubles as the kitchen table. So these kitchen islands are something that are here to stay. When I was growing up as a kid, the kitchen just had this countertop back here and maybe something on that side, and where this island was our kitchen table. These kitchens have gotten bigger. The island has taken place. You've got the built-in refrigeration, and then our kitchen table was right over here. So you're still in the kitchen. What we're seeing that people are getting rid of more and more is the formal dining rooms. A formal dining room would be around the corner. Find out Thanksgiving that you have to pick up your dishes and go to the other room. You kind of lose the mojo. We find that everybody wants to hang out in the same room. So the formal dining room, as we know it, are going away. Those are being converted into maybe home offices. And if you're building a new home, usually you just save that square feet and put it someplace else or save the money. Then you have the living area. Again, another real wood burning fireplace, and I keyed in on the same floors are throughout the whole main floor of the house. So if you're building a smaller home or even a larger home, but a smaller home, forget about trying to put carpet in different rooms. If you keep it the same material throughout, that makes the house feel larger. You don't want to define space with flooring if you don't have to. Let the furniture define the room. We put in these huge windows, you know, around a lake, so you want to be able to look out and enjoy the views year-round. And I put a little water feature outside that's nice to look at from the inside, but when you're outside, it's a sound feature. That sound of flowing water is just peaceful. We're trying to create a tranquil, relaxing environment. When you're home from work, you're hanging out here, you want to feel like you're on vacation. Remember, the kitchens is where you should spend your most money. Refrigerators are something that you have to have, but we like to hide them. If you're wondering where it went, here it is. We've got the freezer on this side, refrigerator on this side. This is the Thermador, the built-in refrigeration. And when you're building a home, probably over that $800,000–900,000 price range, a built-in refrigeration is a must. The kitchen island can be a different color countertop. It can be a different color cabinet. It can do its own thing. This is the about a 48 inch is really what it is, gas range. Some people are starting to go back to what they call the induction, where it's a glass top. You put the pan on, it gets instant heat. So it's just a preference. Some people want gas, some will like electric. This is a little more difficult to clean up, but if you're a cook like my wife, she really enjoys that. And then the double ovens. It's really important in your kitchen. If you want the 2 ovens, that's again a big resale factor. And with the home being a little bit smaller, I created a huge, I call this the Costco pantry. So when you come in here, we had a secondary refrigerator right in here, out of the way. This door closes, but then everything you would want that's out of the way, our coffee pots, the toasters, everything is back here out of the way, so the main kitchen always looks nice and plenty of room for storage. So as you make your way from the kitchen, since we don't have that formal dining room, we created this little buffet area off to the side. So your nice dishes and things can come in here. You got this oversized drawer storage. All the backsplashes, there are no outlets in the backsplashes. We put them up underneath, and in this case, we're able to stick them off to the side. When we entertain, we'll lay the food out in here. People will come through the food and then work their way back out to the kitchen. But as we're making our way through, this is the entry for the homeowner, which was me at one time, still am. You come in from the garage. So we have these 8-foot tall doors. So when you come in from the garage, you want to come into a secondary entry. I see some mistakes that people make. You want to come into what you call like a mud room, a closet. You do not want to come into your laundry room. That needs to be just that. It's a room, a laundry room. You want to make that its own space. You don't want to come in from the garage and be trying to kick your way through laundry. So the back staircase, where it's removed, it's out of the way, and then all the guest bedrooms are upstairs. But this house has 2 master suites. Here's the guest master suite. But before I get there, one thing I did on this home is, because it's all barrier free, this is a supersized closet, but it's exact size what an elevator would be. And I have mirrored this closet upstairs. So in the event somebody buys this house and they need to put an elevator in, I've already roughed in for it. Thinking for the house, if it is your last home, you want to make sure that you can stay in it in the event that you can't get up and down steps. Otherwise, your last home is a assisted living, and you're living in a room about this size and spending around 5 to 10 grand a month. So this is the secondary master. The way I did this home is I put 1 bedroom at that end of the house and this secondary master at this end. And I'll show you what I mean by barrier free. Right here, you open up. Wow, need some grease on that, baby. The floor transitions all the way through. So let's say somebody's in a wheelchair, you could actually remove this glass, put up a shower curtain, and a wheelchair could roll in and roll out. So those are little things that you have to plan on at the very beginning, because remember, this is a slab on grade. It's like building in your basement. You do not want a curb here. So when we built this home, we had to recess this down about 3.5 inches, and then we came back in and put the pan in. So a little thinking ahead of time goes a long way when you're going to live in the home forever. A lot of times people ask, like, what is the cost per square foot? Well, you can spend a lot of extra money on a home, from just windows, but just finishes. Like, I have wood floors throughout the whole main floor. Then I did this wainscoting detail all the way around the back area. And another thing that costs a lot of money is these are real wood treads. If I remember right, when we did this 7-8 years ago, these were running about anywhere around $400 to $500 per step. So if I carpeted it, the whole thing carpeting would have probably cost me $1,000. But if you count all these steps, I think I have probably close to $5,000 in the wood steps. It's a look that I wanted. I'm not sure if everybody appreciates it. Although my son, when he comes down the steps in his stocking feet, I hear him rolling down these a few times. So they're a little slippery. Kind of a fun little feature. We did these little half doors. Why did we do this? 2 things. 1, this is the laundry room, and I didn't want to block the window from coming in. 2, we have little dogs, so you can stick the dog in here and close the door, still feel like you can hear what's going on. I was able to hide the washer dryer and then have this big, long, beautiful countertop, and little features like this. This pops out. Check this out. Here's the ironing board, which I don't think we ever used that. Come back out of here. We'll make our way upstairs, but I forgot to show you the master at the other end of the house. As we make our way, this house is very energy efficient. It's all geothermal, so there is no outside compressor. And this home is close to 5,000 square feet. The utility bills average is $330 a month for everything. So that's a pretty good deal. Here's a little storage closet back here where I keep the soft water, a hot water heater, all the boring stuff. Here's the master. It's at the complete opposite end of the house, so you have total privacy. Living on a lake, you always have some guests come over, and you want it for your kids. So if they're partying, you can still want to go to bed early sometimes. Be in this room, removed from everybody. You have your own little patio looking out the lake, but then this really impressive. The three things is the master bedroom, exterior finished kitchen. Here is this big master, his and her sinks, his and hers closets, and I do that just for the guys, because if that closet is connected to hers, guess what, guys? The ladies find their way into your closet, and then you're living in the garage. So once again, a barrier-free shower. Got the ceiling shower head spray. Drains way in the back, so it looks nice, flows easy. Again, this house is 7 years old, and it still looks brand new and very fresh. Cabinets are all the European. You don't see any hinges, all super tight fit, soft closed drawers. That's a crowd pleaser. Ceilings are 10 foot tall. You even have a TV up here, which I don't even know if my wife even turned it on, but it was a great idea during the design stages. So the back staircase leads up to the 2 bedrooms, exercise room, and media room. But here's another detail. Again, remember that cost per square foot? Just these little finishes help make the house add some character to it. So instead of just having boring drywall, we like to add some features like that. And as we get upstairs, remember we even have the wood cap rails. These are 9-foot ceilings on a second floor. And if you're building a home, it doesn't cost that much more to go from the standard 8-foot to 9-foot, because then, check this out, you can get these 8-foot tall doors. Here's that future elevator again. The wheelchairs could come out, but in the meantime, you have one huge storage closet. All the bedrooms, what I try to do is make them separate from each other. There's never a bedroom wall that touches another bedroom wall. I try my best to design homes for that way. So there's nothing worse than if there's a bedroom on the other side of this wall and someone's snoring, you could hear them, or watching TV. So this room is independent, has its own thermostat, zone heating and cooling on this floor, and everybody has their own vanity. Check out this. All the bedrooms have walk-in closets. This is almost so big you can make it into another bunk bedroom. This thing is massive. So every single bedroom has a walk-in closet, but not always this big. But what I did here in this room is you come into a transitional area. It's like you'd have a dresser. If one person was in the shower, that door could be closed. The other person could be in the stool area. So when you're sharing a bathroom and a shower, if you have it where they're separated, that you can have multiple uses for it. So this has been very functional and people seem to really like it. I've put them in several other homes. Now we've made our way into the 4th bedroom, and this one has a lake view. They're all really nice size. Again, walk-in closets, but let me show you the fun stuff on the 2nd floor. As you make your way into here, this is the upstairs media room. There's the gun safe. Because there's no lower level, this serves as the entertainment room as you would have in your basement or lower level. We had this set up with theater style seating. I took that out. We had it in the beginning. Then we went to just a one big couch. You got your multiple TVs. I did have my Dick Butkus pictures up there. I came home one day, had my Dick Butkus and Gale Sayers, the Chicago Bears stars of the football team. Both since have passed away. My wife took them down and put up just some boring artwork because she wanted to make this feel more cozy. It's supposed to be an art or a room for sports. I had all my footballs up here, signed by all different NFL players. I had my baseballs, even had my guitar here signed by Bruce Springsteen. Luckily that stayed, but she was trying to clear this whole thing out. Luckily I stopped her in time because I think I was next. But I don't know if you guys have this same situation. When we go to work, you start cleaning out our closets. One day I was taking the trash out and my son was helping me. He was a little boy and the lid blew off. He looked in, found his hat. He was like, "Oh my gosh, there's my hat, Dad." I go, "Welcome to my world, Max. You got to watch your stuff because when you go to school, your mom's cleaning your closet out. She throws stuff away." Ladies, we are keeping an eye on you. That's why we take out the trash to get our stuff back. And then upstairs, if you're entertaining, you don't want people going to the kids' bathrooms if you can. So I put an extra powder bath in here. And then this became this added room. We're now over top of the garage. The media room's over the garage. This space here is over the garage. So you can make all kinds of noise, exercise. This is how we use it, was an exercise room. Nothing's worse if you're jumping around and making noise and you're right above a bedroom. It doesn't work out. You see what I did there? Doesn't work out in a workout. Yeah, but whatever. And then we put a back stairs in. My kids use this a lot in high school. This is where the parties would come upstairs, and I would have no idea what the heck was going on. One of those ding-dong parents that was enjoying a football game, and there's a whole party on my second floor. I carpeted these steps because they were sliding down the other one, so hopefully they use these more than the back stairs, but this takes us right into the garage. The only thing I got left in the garage is my airboat. Only took it out once this year. I have no idea why that is. So I put in a 12-foot tall garage door, and this is set up that if I ever wanted to put an RV in here, it was set up that a big, like a 40-some foot RV could be backed in, and you could plug into 220 right here. This room, we made a little transition, put in some reclaimed wood, fishing poles, had a TV, so it feels like you're coming into like a boat garage. But I put the glass garage door, which is kind of nice. The phantom screens again, so you can literally, my kids were hanging out in this garage. They called it Man Cave North. So the garage door is up, the phantom screen comes down. It's struggling right now because it hasn't been used in a little while, but it gets a little sand in it. Then you have your way in and out. What this room is really used for a lot is living on a lake. You always have the life jackets, the rafts, water toys, all that stuff. And the last thing you want to have to do is walk all the way around your house to put stuff away, because this really is kind of control central on the summer days, kind of coming and going in and out of the house. So if you're a garage guy, you would love this thing. Not only is it a 6-car garage, but there's no posts in there. And I went ahead and we finished the garage floors just like at my new house, because once I've had it here, I'm going to have it every place I go. And then I was able to add a drain. And this garage has a hot and cold hose bib right here. So it's great for cleaning your cars, hosing down dogs and small kids. Hey, did you guys know this airboat has a secret liquor cabinet right here? This fountain was really probably one of the best investments I did in my landscaping. It has an automatic filler, so it's the sprinkler system's on. It just senses when the water's low, it fills it back up. But that sound is so peaceful. When you're on the deck and the windows are open, you can hear it into the house. Had a pretty good sized backyard, and what we use this little round circle for is where we keep the picnic table. And then I did have 2 docks, and as the kids quit cleaning the boats, then I started getting rid of them. So the boats went first, then the docks went second. And then the volleyball court was a huge hit. What I did on this one here is I read that you need to go extra deep. I went down about 5 foot and put in some drains, so this thing always stays looking really nice. What's happened though is you can see we've had a major drought. The lake is down about 3 or 4 feet, so typically you don't see these things in the sand. And the neighbors have one of these wake boats that comes by, makes a big weight, and slowly starts sucking all your beach. So a lot of that sand is now out into the water. So we'll just bring an excavator, backhoe back in, scoop it out, put it back, and then we just wait till next year and do it all over again.
As a seller and a home builder, there's things that come with the house that people don't fully appreciate because they're always looking at homes during the day. I've got thousands of dollars in nighttime nightscaping. I got them right here shining up the trees. I got them all the way through there in the front yard. So hopefully the buyers come back at night to see how nice this place looks.
I even put a light switch out here. It runs a floodlight on my landscaping up in this tree so that at night you can play volleyball and see what the heck you're doing. So we made this point where we would gather all the sticks throughout the summer, falling off all the trees, and then we'd have real wood burning fires out here in the evenings. Now looking back at the house, this is a point lot. I'm wondering if I made the right decision, to move to the country, or you guys like the lake living. I'd like to hear from you guys, so it might be a little too late. I still own the house. I own both of them. I don't foresee myself moving back in, so hopefully I made the right decision. You guys let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed this video. There'll be more coming, and always subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys on the next job site.